Hi, welcome to Bushido Mindset Podcast. My name is Angel Gonzalez. Today's topic is mentor. Let me tell you about my mentor. In order for you to succeed in life, in order for you to do it in a fast way, you have to align yourself with greatness, with great people. And I was fortunate enough to meet my mentor, and he's the one that made me realize my potential. He made me realize, he transformed my mindset, how to think, how to act. He taught me many, many lessons, and I want to talk about him because he's the one that transformed my life. And if it wasn't for me meeting him, I would have never had the success I had for over 40 years in my business and in my martial arts school. So I met my mentor, and his name was Grandmaster Jun Ri. He was a master in Taekwondo, and I met him in 1976. But I really didn't get to work with him until 1981. In 81, he offered me a job to move to Washington, D.C. and to learn the martial arts business. And that's when my transformation came about. I learned many, many, many lessons from him. Just being around him, okay? I was there from 1981 to about almost 1983. And in that short period of time, my mind completely transformed. I used to be a negative person. I didn't believe in myself. I have low self-esteem. And he's the one that, through his organization, through working with him, made me realize my potential. And one of the greatest lessons that I learned from him is never have excuses. Never have excuses. If you don't like your situation, make things happen. You gotta make things happen. You can't sit around and wait for things to happen. You gotta make it happen. You gotta put your energy and your determination to turn things around. And that's such a powerful message, because before I had excuses, and I see many people around me always blaming others or having excuses. And that's what I learned over there in the meetings, that many of the instructors or many of the managers always have some kind of excuse. Why the school didn't have enough students, why the school wasn't succeeding. So I just kept my mouth shut and just listened and soaked it all in and realized that I should never have an excuse about my situation, because I have the power to change things. With my willpower, with my determination, with my self-discipline, you can change things. That was a very powerful thing I learned. Another thing that I learned powerful is to be punctual, to be on time, to never be late, to always be a man of your word, and be when you say 10 o'clock, be there 20 minutes before. That was a very powerful message. And also I learned how to speak, how to public speak, okay? How to get in front of a crowd and express my thoughts, express my knowledge, to be able to convey my thoughts and to motivate people. I learned that to teach in the martial arts, especially there. I learned how to public speak, which is very important, because you need to, in order to be successful, you have to be able to speak, and people understand you, and you get your message across. So public speaking is very important, and I had that opportunity, and so I learned how to speak. Even though my English wasn't the best, even though my delivery of words are not perfect, but when I speak from the heart, and people get it, okay? So I learned that from there. Another thing I learned is to practice things, okay? My wife and I, my wife Regina, we were in the demonstration team, and we used to get called to do demonstrations, and he would make us practice over and over and over. He would say, one more time. He used to say, never advertise how bad you are. Make sure you make an impact when you demonstrate. So I learned to demonstrate my technique, and I learned to, if you're going to do something, do it right. give it 100%, and don't do something unless you're not prepared. So be prepared to do things the right way, doing the best possible, and relentless pursuit of perfection. I learned that from Grandmaster Junior. He was a remarkable human being. I can't emphasize how fortunate I was to meet this individual that had such a great life, had such a positive life, because he just changed my thoughts, my way, my thinking. Most people's thinking are wrong. Most people's thinking are negative. Most people think negative all the time, and then they don't think positive. So I learned that about myself. I learned also that I was born with a gift, okay? And I didn't know that I had that gift. And that's the gift of motivating human beings and people, and to really excite people about the martial arts. So that was I didn't know I had that power, but I realized that at working with him. And I just so many good lessons, so many fantastic lessons that in that short period of time I was exposed to. It was one after the other. It was great. Just the way he handled himself, the way he walked. I picked up a lot of things and rubbed off from him to me. So I just want to say that align yourself with greatness. But the only way you're going to attract greatness to you, you got to become valuable. You got to become a person of your word. You got to work harder. You got to be able to get noticed. How do you get noticed? By going the extra mile, working harder. Coming in early, leaving late, becoming responsible. All those things give you value. And when you become valuable, the great people will notice that and they'll want a piece of you. I hope this message motivates you to find your mentor. Find a successful person that has great values and align yourself to them and become their student. Become and learn from them, because you'll maximize your life. You'll go years ahead of your time. Okay? What takes you 20 years, you'll do it in 5 years. What takes you 50 years, you'll do it in 10. So that is the fastest way, and that is my advice to everybody in the channel. I want to thank you for watching. If you like my messages, subscribe. Tell your friends about my channel, and I want you to have a fantastic life.